was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second.
A 2022 interview from Justin Bieber has resurfaced in the wake of Diddy's legal drama. In the sit-down with Zane Lowe 4 years ago, Justin isn't talking about the disgraced media mogul directly, but his past trauma in the music industry, his album Changes, and being a newlywed to wife Haley.
I think that I was just, living in this shame, living in all this sort of stuff of my past, and I wasn't able to move on.
Alright, what's going on? For those who don't know, this interview has to do with Suge Knight. This interview right here is hosted by Chris Cuomo, which is also the brother of Andrew Cuomo, which was the former governor of New York State. Right now, he's about to indulge in a conversation with him in regards to P. Diddy. Yes, Suge Knight was his arch nemesis, and he knows a lot, you understand? One thing about your enemy, they will know a lot about you. So with that being said, if you like reactions like this, consider hitting that like button. Definitely subscribe to my channel and also hit the notification bell. Let's see how this is about to play out. Let's go.
For people who have done a little bit of homework and know who you are, why should they believe you about what you think and feel about Sean Diddy Combs and any allegations against him, given your history of animosity with him?
Well, first of all, I'm not calling you and nobody else to get nobody to believe anything regarding him. Like I said, I always say, me personally, I don't jump up and down and cheer for no black man going to prison or any other man, any other human being going to prison. Because people think prison is always the answer. I'm not saying a lot of people don't deserve to do their time and see what's going on. But at the same time, that's not no cheerful thing, because when you look at it, that man have kids. Mm-hmm. And whatever affects him definitely affects his kids. Mm-hmm. And I know there's a lot of victims involved in it, and whatever affects them affects their kids. So it's not a good thing to be talking about any shit about the next person. But it's not a gray area with me. And at the same time, Puffy didn't react or get where he got or doing those things or those allegations by himself. He was taught from people before him, and he did it to the younger people after him. And we can talk all day and say what's true, what's not true. Only true part about it is videos, conversations, and people can see what they've done. Mm-hmm. But for it being happy and proud and say what do people think, that's irrelevant.
So Suge,
it's just like I heard earlier today when Ray J was talking to TMZ. Mm-hmm. I got love for Harvey, but I see Charles always got something negative to say when it comes to West Coast people. And Charles tried to make a reference to say that, how do I feel when I'm in prison? Yeah, I'm in prison. I guarantee you I'm free more than Charles. If I feel like sleeping to 5 o'clock, I want to sleep 12 hours a day, I can.
Sure.
But besides all that, the fact is, it's not no competition who's going to talk the loudest or talk the best. It's not something positive that can help anybody. I don't get on no platforms unless it be something positive. If it ain't positive.
I understand what you're saying. I want you to try to make some positive points here. I get what you're saying about TMZ, but that's not really my interest, as you might imagine. My interest is in what you can help people understand about these allegations that Diddy is facing and what you believe he's facing on the inside. Now, what's most interesting to me is that you seem to see Diddy as kind of an Epstein kind of figure, that Jeffrey Epstein, that a lot of people know what Diddy was about, and they were about the same thing, and that's why they're quiet. That's why J-Lo and Ben Affleck got divorced, because of videos that...
See, a lot of things are making sense right now. All the breakups, all the retirements, everyone resigning. A lot of it is making sense right now. It really is. At first, from us looking at it from the point of view without us realizing what's going on, we're just oblivious to everything. But now, everything is making perfect sense.
He has of her that now they know about. Where is this coming from with you? What do you believe about the people around Diddy and what everybody knows?
Well, first of all, you got to start with at the top. You starting with the top. Clyde Davis, Russell Simmons, Andre Arrell, Jimmy Iovine.
These are the actual people who put him into position. So, I mean, learned behavior, huh? I would say this is a lot of learned behavior, and if you're gonna punish him, you need to punish his handlers as well. You understand what I'm saying? So maybe this is where he's gonna go ahead and testify, but at this point, it looked like he was running the show on his own, you know? Looked like they retired from this. Y'all let me know.
Even if you take Jimmy Iovine, he had an allegation from him, same thing, it went away. You take Jimmy Iovine. They told me at Universal and Interscope, they said, you know what? We can't deal with artists that gets in trouble. And your artist gets in trouble, they talk crazy. Let's think about what they see. Now, I was told that I can't do business there because of that. Now, Doug Morris gave Puffy a deal for millions of dollars. It flopped. So when you look at all these things and everybody want to say Puffy, 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 don't get me wrong. Yeah, Puffy stepped in this shit, and even if he wiped the shit off his shoe, it still stinks. But he's not the only one. They got all the tapes.
Now, when you talk about the tapes,
but this been going on for a long time.
Hold on, Suge. Help us understand, because a lot of this stuff is a little inside baseball for people, right? Because they don't live the life, they don't know the world, they don't know the players.
Your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
That's just a recording from the prison. That's just saying that they record it, which obviously they do. Suge, help people understand. What tapes are you talking about? Who has them? And what kinds of things do you think they show?
Well, number one, luckily, I wasn't their first choice, their second choice. I wasn't no choice to be at those freaky parties. But you know what they show. They used to have a thing in the industry, right? And the sad thing about it, I don't like mentioning Usher. I don't like mentioning Justin Bieber. I don't like mentioning all these people that everybody know what time it is. So at the same time, they used to have a joke. They never played this joke with me.
Have any of y'all ever questioned yourself and said this? Have any of y'all questioned yourself with this one question right here? With these two questions. First question is, why did Usher's parents allow him to go to Diddy's camp at the age that he was, alone, to spend the night? Not one night, multiple nights. I would say more than a year maybe, you understand? For as long as it took him to get on, maybe he was living with him for that long, allegedly. But what is wrong with the parents? These parents are wild. Also, Justin Bieber's parents. Y'all allowed this young kid to just be on the hands of another grown person. Your child. Y'all are some wild parents, for real. I don't know. If you ask me, I believe parents back in the days were a little too loose.
And they used to walk in the Interscope office. They'd go back there and they'd be like, hey, we passed the test. I said, we haven't did the test. One dude said, well, don't say that in front of Mr. Knight because he's going to take it offensive and hurt somebody. I said, well, whatever it is, I probably will take it offensive when somebody will get their ass whooped. You know, that was me in those days. They used to have these guys, they used to call it the boiled egg test. They used to take a boiled egg, a raw boiled egg, and have those guys put their pants down and bend over and they stick it up their ass.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
The eggs break.
Hey, yo. But what is a raw boiled egg? I mean, does he mean without the shell or something? Like, come on, this is disgusting. That's gross.
They say they're not ready yet. They ain't put enough work in. This is Hollywood. So everybody want to go act like they don't know what's going on.
Hold on a second.
But
Suge.
if you just look, all you got to do is
I have never heard of anything like that.
never
So
heard that neither.
if I haven't heard about it, just assume a lot of people haven't heard that before. But you think it's on video?
Yo, y'all go in the comments and let me know if y'all heard of that. Maybe that's a West Coast Hollywood thing, but I've never heard of that before.
Let's stop for a second.
Go ahead, Suge.
Yeah, listen, and also, have you ever been to any puppy parties?
No.
You sure they had a long time to think about it. But if you haven't been in those naked parties, even some of the preachers been in those parties, and they wasn't on their knees praying for God. See, they was praying for somebody to have come real quick or something. But I wasn't there, but there's proof of it. But at the same time, everybody want to look around and act like something going on that wasn't right. It's the facts of life in the industry, not for the people who don't get in. So everybody, you got to look at it like this. You see a beautiful woman or you see a handsome man, and it was like that all their life. From elementary school to junior high school to high school, if they forced to go to college, right? They always knew they had something special about themselves.
It looked like he had a lot of people on compromise right now. Look at all the pictures right now. Do you see everyone in the pictures? He had damn near everybody in the industry. Not only in the music industry, just in the entertainment industry, period.
If you take some of the Hollywood executives or some artists, they might have been the ugly duckling for a long time before they had the teeth fix and lip fix and nose fix, all the work done. Underneath, they still the young people with no confidence because they've been that way all their fucking life. So all of a sudden, if you look at Puffy old pictures, don't look nothing like his new pictures. You know, shit, they didn't do everything.
But Suge, just because he has plastic surgery, all I'm saying is, I'm not saying that you're wrong about rich people doing stuff to their face or whatever it is, but that's different than the allegations that are coming down on him.
I'm talking about richer people. I'm talking about the difference. I'm talking about, okay, look at it like this. I look at real plain and simple. Ain't no whistleblower. Facts is there. But right now, I don't care if it's T.I., I don't care if it's Rick Ross, I don't care if it's Jay, I don't care if it's Snoop, I don't care if it's Game, I don't care if it's Dre. Nobody's stepping up on the fact that you know what's going on.
Nobody's defending him. You're right.
Guys at Interscope.
You're right.
Okay.
Nobody is defending him, but that's why I was interested in hearing your perspective.
Hey, I like to say this too real quick. You got a woman that works for you is really incredible.
I say nobody want to defend him because I feel like the number one reason why people are not defending him is because the minute they do that, they're going to be implicated and they just trying to stay far away. So the ones that can say something, they were really in the mix, you understand? So they got one foot on one side, one foot on the other. They just dangling on the fence right now. They don't know which side of the fence they trying to lean on. So this is going to be real scary for him. This is going to be the biggest challenge that Diddy ever had in his whole entire life right here. To say he's going to overcome this without any situation, without any problems, I say this, man. He's definitely going to pay for what he did. However, all of that life term and everything, I don't see him doing life. I mean, the charges, you got to remember, what we're seeing, he's not being charged for everything that we are seeing. Everything is not the criminal charge. However, remember, in the court of law, you have to prove, right? In the court of law, that's your only chance you get to prove a person right or prove them wrong. You only get one chance to do it a certain way, and right now they're going after what they're going for because they need a conviction. Everything else is far-reaching. A lot of accusations, a lot of allegations. I mean, so many conspiracy theories. A lot of people are just putting things out just for the pureness of content, and that's what you got to be careful with. You understand? You got to be careful of the people that just putting out content just for the sake of views, because some of the headlines, they sound outrageous. You understand? It don't make sense. This one person just said he's going to start doing life tomorrow. I mean, let's be serious. The case didn't even start yet. With that being said, make sure you go to Chris Cuomo channel, check him out. Go see the whole video for its entirety. I will have the link in my description. And again, if you made it to this part of the video, consider hitting that like button. Definitely subscribe to my channel and also hit the notification bell. I'll see you in the next one.